The only other place I've travelled to, like internationally, is New Zealand. That's about as far as I've ventured out of Australia. I see a lot about Europe in TV and film travel shows, movies, all that kind of stuff. So to actually be able to go there and experience it firsthand, to be able to see it and touch it and take photos of it, that I can't say how. Like, it's just, I'm so excited.
Oh, I just hope to experience some different cultures and learn about different countries that I've heard a lot about, and just meet some new people and have a good time. I haven't been on a big overseas trip as yet. A friend of mine, Pip, went on a Contiki tour last year. She just seemed to really get into the heart of it, and I want to do that too. I'm anxious about going to Europe for the first time because I don't know any of the languages. I'm sure I'll be fine, and I can say ciao bello in case a cute Italian boy walks by.
Initial drop into Europe, you hit the ground running, there's just so much to see.
The vibe on the streets of London was cool. It was like everyone was out, on holidays, walking around in their summer dresses.
Contiki basement in London was great because it was actually a really good way to meet new people. I had a lot of people making recommendations, both like from Contiki staff and from people I met there, and a few of them said to go check out the Hoxton area, and it's called 333 Bar, and it was probably one of the best nights out I've had yet. The Hofgarten was great. I didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what we were going to do there, but there were so many activities. I chose to do the whitewater rafting. 16 kilometres down rapids, freezing cold water. My left arm's just, I feel like Popeye, it's just gone. Like, I didn't think they had extreme sports in Europe. I thought it was all like lattes and croissants. This is great.
Mountain biking in Switzerland was one of the coolest experiences I've had. I've got a new helmet because my last one broke. I think I broke it. So anyway, hopefully this one's all right. Is this on the right way? We spent, I think it was about 10 kilometres going uphill, which was so gruelling. And then once you got to the top, being able to just travel all the way down, flying, looking at these amazing views was excellent. My overall impressions of Paris were that everything is just beautifully packaged, from the buildings to the baguette you buy for lunch. The fashion, I have to say, is quite amazing. These women walk everywhere in high heels on cobblestones. My feet were killing after a day. Everything is just beautiful to the eye.
The thing about French food is just the combination of flavours.
It was delicious. The savoury and sweet thing actually goes okay together.
Like pate on steak, right? Sounds a bit weird. Amazing. You're in Paris, dinner and a show. It was just one of those ones that I just had to do. Not quite what I expected. The can was amazing.
I ate out a lot, and my favourite place to eat was this great little restaurant right on the Piazza Navona in Rome, and it looked over the square and this amazing fountain. They had pizza. Where pizza came from doesn't get any better than that. It was a bit of a culture shock, particularly with the language. It's a challenge, and it's funny when you get it wrong.
I made some really good friends on tour, people who I really hope I can keep in contact with when I get back.
I was a bit nervous of going on tour because I was by myself and didn't know many people, but everyone was really nice and the vibe on the coach was really cool. Yeah, I ended up making some really good friends.
I mean, I think that's part of the whole experience, really. You get out, you travel, you meet people, and you make friends. Frisbee! One of the best things about the tour guide, they're really informative. All these little bits of information you couldn't read in the book.
And they could answer any question about anything, and they were just good fun.
In every city you go to, they're so connected.
They do all the hard work for you, and you get to go and just enjoy travelling and what travelling's supposed to be about.
Actually, one of the biggest surprises for me was how much time we get to ourselves, you know, to kind of go for our own little wander, to sort of time to think and do our own thing, which is really nice. I appreciate that.
It's really nice just to have some downtime and read a book. And just being able to walk through the streets and go on our own little journeys a bit without the rest of the group is really nice and quite relaxing.
Walking through the Colosseum and like seeing these bricks that have been there since the thing was built, it puts everything into perspective. When I first walked into the Forum, it was like I was stepping back in time. Like, I mean, over there you've got where Caesar would, you know, give all his speeches, and then behind you, that's where Caesar's buried, and like I'm just right in the middle of it. It's incredible. It's like, it makes you feel like you're part of something bigger when you come to places like this. So far, it's my favourite. I had a bit of a culture shock arriving in the US. Just flying in, before I'd even touched the ground, I could feel the buzz. My impression of this place is there's so much going on and that, like, anything can happen.
I've always wanted to come to New York just to see the range and diversity of, like, people and food and shops. And it's definitely met my standard. Broke.
Like on this trip, I've seen so many icons and pieces of art and sculptures that I've been looking at in high school and stuff that you study, and then they're just there in the flesh. In like a couple of hours' time, it'll actually hit home. I think out of all the cities in the US, Vegas is like probably the most surreal.
From one casino to the other is like walking into another country.
I'm just riding in my stretch Humvee. What are you guys doing?
I want to get a shot with Elvis. I don't want him to leave. Hold on. It's this huge city in the middle of the desert. Las Vegas is insane.
I really feel like this tour has sort of changed me as a person.
You just become more open-minded and just have so many more experiences.
This is the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I feel so little right now. This is just beautiful.
I would rate this 10 out of 10. Top of the line.
I feel a bit more grounded as a person.
Yeah, I think I'm braver than I ever was.
I'd love to travel with Contiki again.
It's just great for meeting a whole bunch of young people who want to go travelling and see the same places as you want to see.
It's funny when I think back to the places I've been and the things that I've seen. I'm just so glad I went with Contiki because I think without those guys, I just would have been walking around with with no idea.